Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. A little cool and windy today, but I think it's still going to be okay to do this from here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. This guy here keeps breaking out of his pasture. They say they kind of retire themselves when they're done, but I think that's his personality. Yeah. Okay, I've got some things to say here. You're welcome to stay, but I'm going to need you to lay down. All right. So I wanted to hop on here really quick just to say a few things, keep it pretty short. We have a lot going on right now, and I apologize if you guys think some of my recent posts have been kind of doomy, gloomy, or you sensed cynicism. I think if anybody is paying attention to what's going on nowadays, you should have a little bit of that in your diet right now. We've got this government shutdown, which, again, I said on my last video about the digital IDs, nobody really cares about that kind of stuff until it comes doing this, right? Knocking on your door. Well, we're going to find out what knocks on our door soon. And it may not. This may turn around and everything's fine. I really hope so. We are seeing riots in our cities like it's some combat zone. I can't help but think when I see that, number one, that's not America. That is not making America great again. I'm not specifically saying what the point is of it, what the opposition is trying to accomplish. But what scares me most is that people are looking at things still in very black and white. I just want to put out there that it may be worth considering that there's a different underlying agenda to what we're seeing going on with that. There are some very heavy NGO contracts with our government. And one of them is a company that is named after the crystal ball in the Lord of the Rings. I just wonder, is this in a way to practice, maybe use some of that technology to use it later down the road? That this may just be a whole horse and pony show, and maybe not what we think it is. So just keep that in mind, because I think that we are seeing a lot of social experiments going on in America. And when you look at the UK and the digital ID, it echoes that a lot. They started seeing the same thing there. And now they have digital IDs. And I do think it's a little concerning that there were two major meetings with our POTUS and Starmer within the last 6 months, and now they have digital IDs, mandatory. Can't work. I think that we saw a very degrading speech yesterday. The one thing that stuck out in my mind about that, I heard people, this is actually going to get into what I want to say. My main point is, but I did hear some commentators talking about, mostly the ones that, are not for our administration right now. I think he was expecting them to clap or, laugh or whatever. I'm not sure more than 5% of us have put together that the military is apolitical. They don't take a side. So for them to have to sit there and listen to our president rip on the way things were handled prior to him, what is going on, the fact that he sees the enemy within here in our own country, that goes completely against what those people take an oath to, which is this right here. This is a pocket version of the Constitution. And anybody who is running our country is supposed to be reflecting what's in this book. To sit or stand in front of 20, 30 year in service generals and tell them that the last administration was horrible and all these political things that they were supposed to clap and laugh at, tells me that in no way is there any intent on reflecting our Constitution. So with that being said, I want to encourage all of you that are going to take this 10 minutes or whatever it is for this video to listen. Please, please, I would encourage you to use common sense. Use your head, okay? Don't base an opinion on others' rage or their opinion. Don't allow yourself to be gaslit, okay? You've got to have a copy of this. Get yourself a copy of this. This was, I think, $2 on Amazon, and it came the very next day. $1.99 is what it cost. I don't have state tax in Montana here, so it was $1.99. But if you don't know, and I'm going to put myself in that category. I don't know everything in here, but that's why I ordered it, because I do want to know. Because here's the thing. You can't have an opinion that is correct if you're basing it off of other people's opinions, or the fact that you're being gaslit, or leadership that isn't reflecting this. You can't support that. If you are, that's un-American. So I would encourage all of you to know what's in here, because the more of us that don't take the time, at least just reference it. Open up, read a couple pages. Something comes up you see, on social media that you're not sure about. Look, Google it. But I like hard copies because I don't rely on things always being digitally available to me. So I write a lot of stuff down. I write down phone numbers, addresses, emails, everything that I access from my phone. I like to have a hard copy of it. But it's really important that we refer back to the basics of our Constitution, because the way things are going nowadays, nothing is accurate. Nothing is true. And we're fighting over things that aren't even true. So we need to remember that the power is in the people, okay? The power is not in our government. The power is not in some guy running around in a red hat, okay? The power is not in some social media influencer. The power is in us and our knowledge of this. It's super important because, again, if you're arguing something, it's got to be in here. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So that's really all I have to say today. I have another note. Someone on my last video had requested to see a video with my animals, which I haven't done in a while. So I'm in the process of editing out a little vlog style video that I did yesterday. So I'll probably put it out tomorrow. But I hope everyone's doing well. And I'm really sorry for what's going on in our country. I'm really sorry to see the division, which I actually think is actually getting even more divided. I don't think it's two, and that's even scarier because at least with two, we, it was like, well, what side can prove a point better? We're just, the wolf packs are dispersing and they're becoming less and less. And that's not good. That's not good. We're not just 50 states. we're United States. And guys, we've got to stay united. And what will unite us is having to know what's in here and having the knowledge of it and sticking up for this, okay? Not sticking up for Joe Schmo, social influencer, or, you know, the other ridiculous stuff we are seeing. But I think as we pay attention more and we educate ourselves and we use this, not this, you know, freedom of speech is great, but not when you're spewing crap that's just not, it's pointless. It's not even true. Or it's based off of somebody else said, which was their own opinion. I believe this will keep us together. And there are things that we are out of our control. I mean, our deficit, there's not much we can do about that. And it may just take us down. But for now, we've got to remember that the power is with the people. And this is what our country stands for. Take care, guys. Have a great day.